Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Yes, happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? I lost that a while. What's up, Adriana? I'm watching you. I'm Jonathan. What's going on? Becky, what's up? I'm all right. I woke up. I haven't eaten anything yet because I woke up a half hour ago. Well, technically, I woke up like 4 hours ago, but I just was in and out of sleep throughout the whole morning because I didn't feel like moving. So, yeah. But I'm good. I haven't been up long enough to be like hungry. Let's say that. What's going on, NW? How are you? I haven't been up long enough to be hungry, so that's cool. What's going on, Truth? How's it going? Happy Saturday, everybody. Well, it's Saturday for me. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday, or Monday, or Tuesday, whatever day of the week it is for you. Good morning for me, but good morning, good afternoon, / good evening to you. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I knew I felt like there was something missing. Okay. Yeah, we're here. Yashahime, episode 21. So we have this episode, 22, 23, and 24 left if I'm correct. If I'm correct in how many we have left. I just hope this wraps up cool. I'm kind of in that boat now. Like, the start of the series, I was excited. Well, everybody was in a frenzy, it seems like, at the beginning of the series. I was kind of holding on hope, wanted to love the characters, go on this journey, and we did that, and we got some cool information, and it was fun. And then you get into the low teens, so like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, around that area, and it just kind of, I don't know, like, it just felt like week by week. Not my level of, well, I would say my level of interest, because I like the series a lot. I would say, like, just the excitement factor of waking up on a Saturday and watching it just got gradually lower and lower, and then would peak at some point. It would peak and come down and peak and come down. So for me, it got to the point of, what episode was that? Was that 3 episodes ago? Was that episode 17 or was that episode 18? Was it 17 or 18 where I'm just like, oh snap, this actually might be where the series like takes off, because it easily has the best art design, easily has the best animation, easily the best written episode. Like, it was like, no lie, it was literally, to me literally, it was the best episode. I think that was episode 17, if I'm not mistaken, whenever they get trapped in that seal by Kanton. And I was just like, and I was like enamored. What's up, Amine? How are you? Happy Saturday. I was just like enamored with that episode, and then it ended off in the to be continued, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, we're finally doing this. Like, the story is finally like connecting episodes, and then the next episode was one of the worst episodes of the series. And it just was like, it felt, we were just back to where we started, but then it felt worse because of how good the previous episode was to me. So I was just like, and then we've just been there ever since, in my opinion. It's just like, I just want this to wrap up good. I want to get some cool information. I want to have some cool character engagements. I don't know. I don't know. Chances of a continuation? I don't know. I shared an interview with the director in the Yashahime spoiler chat. Turns out there's a reason why Motoha was written badly. They only made her a main character because they liked her design. And that's all you need to know. Alright, so That's all you need to know. Episode. There's a new trailer out. Amine. I gotta check it out. Music. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna stop babbling. Here we go. Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. Episode 21. So that's 10, 21. We're gonna get started in. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's see what we get. Fix my hood. Ugh. Honestly, I don't know what's going on half the time I'm watching. I still think it's funny that they have a castle built on the ship. What? What? Oh, it's the past. Okay, I was confused for a second. That looked like the Shikon jewel shard. I was confused for a second. So they don't like Riku. So this is around the time when their father was like just about to die, it seems. Or maybe not. Maybe even before that. Matter of fact, way before that. That's the Shikon jewel. Oh no. So I was right. It's exactly when he died. Or maybe. This is nuts. That was way before Kikyo had the Shikon jewel. They had it. Interesting. Um yeah, I don't know. Do you think Riku was dragging his Yeah, they did say the Shikon jewels passed through many humans and demons before Kikyo got it. They did say that, but it's just it threw me for a loop because I was like, is that the Shikon jewel? Like what the hell? And then you realize that you're in the past. But I wonder if Riku was dragging his feet, taking his time to get there. Is that the case? Instead of like it doesn't seem like he made haste to get there. It possibly could have been like I'll drag my feet. I'll get there when I get there. And then he's like, oh, he's dead. Guess I took too long. Guess I didn't make it in time. That's what it kind of felt like. Let's not read the title. She's hurt, so the whole theory about them being together must be right. Riku, why is he acting like he's not a person? Got you, Amine. Riku's acting like he's like a creation and not like an actual person. And confirmed, and confirmed, called it. Whenever he said it, the rainbow pearls are her tears. What? What? So Riku's earring is not the blue pearl. So what is his earring? Her character design didn't change whatsoever. Oh no, Jonathan. I hate bad internet. Okay, so it's been a month since like episode 15. Episode 15, 16. Oh, cool, man. No. Rin? Really? I would love to get to know some of her what's his face? Her personality growing up. What? What? Do you think there was any symbology behind the three bugs flying around the fire and then one of them burning and falling? Is that what I got, right? That's what I got from that? You think there's any symbology behind that? Good guess. Look at the dream butterfly. Why is it there? Was it like, damn, Setson's not here? Or did it no, or did it take Towa's dreams this time? Fireflies, or is that something else? No, it's not fireflies. It's not fireflies. Symbolism. Symbol. You can see where my brain is. Symbolism. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why are you following them? Oh, at least we're thinking the same thing. I was like, are those fireflies? I'm glad she thought the same thing, but but to rip that baby out. You know what's like? He just be saying anything in front of her, and she doesn't say anything about it. Ever since they've met, he's always just like said things in front of her, and and she just doesn't like take any notice to it. Literally stares her in the face and says like the silver pearl is much deeper than I thought it was. Like what? It's weird. You just said that so. That's a lie. They were created together. Well, in a sense, I guess they've never been gathered since that point. Why is he just telling her this? What's his plan? Yes, girl. Goodness. Yes, girl. It took her a second to realize it, but Totetsu, you bum. You literally yells, Totetsu coming out of nowhere. Stupid. You should have just. Maybe if you wouldn't have yelled a mile above us. Oh, snap. What is Riku's earring? What is Riku's earring? I want to know. I'm interested. It's one of the most intriguing things so far. I assumed that it was the blue pearl, but it is not. Miasma bugs. Ah, I like that. I enjoyed that. I like that. He's enraged. A whole tree? Spit them back out. Oh, no, whoa. Tell us. Was he thrown away because he took too long to get to the Great Dog Demon? Confirmation. He's a doll. Gotcha. 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 They threw that in there very slick. They threw that in there very slick, but confirmation he's not an actual person. But it leads me to question, where did he get this personality from? Just by living? He's been alive for quite a bit. Motoha. He's been alive for quite a bit, so I would just assume just by living life, wandering the countryside, that he's gained this personality. It's daytime. Let's kill Totetsu now. I don't get why he gets to be the peril. I don't get. I still don't get why he gets to be the last peril to stay alive for this long. So let's body him right now. And I would love an explanation why her hair grows during the new moon. Even though there's literally no way they would know why her hair grows, but I would just like to know. Woo! Whoa! Damn! Give me the pearl. I got 4 now. Look at Motoha's face. Give me the pearl. Why you push her? Why Why'd you push her? Why'd you push her? What? What the hell is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. A very strange person. Why would she just turn over her pearl? Granted, I don't know why they would hold on to their pearls. Like, what connection do they have to them? But still, I don't know. Boy, forehead big though. Like they're not even vexed that she did this. He's still alive. What? Nah, she about to get this bounty. Why not? Don't tell me she didn't think about that. What's up, Catherine? How are you? all, all I can do is laugh. 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 What episode was this? Episode 21? I honestly think like this is what the show is. Episode 21 is what the show is. I genuinely think so. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I like there's a lot of things I like the whole disrespecting Inuyasha Kagome stuff. I'm past that. I'm past the older characters. But what I'll put some music on as I talk, just so it's not dead silence. I'm not watching that episode. But I what you're saying, Truth, I totally get that. I totally get that. I think I like went on this rant maybe a couple weeks ago. Like this series has been promoted as Shishomaru's children's story. That's what this show is. With Motoha being Inuyasha Kagome's kid as well. But even if the focus is on the two girls, that doesn't mean Motoha needs to be this character that's just cast to the side. After Andriana said before the start of the stream that the reason why Motoha was essentially a character is because the character design that got made for her was really good. They liked it, so they used it. So that's the whole reason. Like when they let, it's just the whole point of, there's a sequel series for Inuyasha coming out. The first thing I saw is this picture that I'm using as my background. And who's at the top of this picture? Motoha. And then Towa's in the middle and Setsuna's at the bottom. And then the first character that you learn about, the first character they released any information about, because I remember, because like Andriana was keeping me filled in and we were sitting on streams, and the first character they released any information about, Motoha. And then it was Towa and Setsuna. They led the series initially as this being focused around Motoha. It's not until you get closer to the series and you start the series do you actually realize that this is a series about Shishomaru's children. They misled you. They misled us. So it's the whole thing. You're coming into this. So now I'm thinking this is going to be a show about a trio. And we are following a trio, but the story focus only gets put on two of the characters. Now one of the characters has been relegated to comedic relief and not really a character. Gets an episode here or there, but literally does the same exact thing every single episode. And I think that's what's kind of like the bummer about it. If you were going to include Motoha into the story, you could have done so many different things. Us sitting here on this stream, we've brainstormed a bunch of different things. My initial idea was this story could have been totally focused on Towa and Setsuna. Motoha did not need to be included at the beginning of the series whatsoever. You could have aged Motoha up a little bit more. You could have even made Motoha a little bit younger. Who knows? You could have done anything. You could have introduced Motoha at episode 10 and not had them start off like this. And then Motoha could have been someone that they encountered throughout the way, kind of like how they encounter Riku throughout the way each episode. It could have been something like that. There's so many different ideas than to just have her be around and do nothing. Because that's what she does. She's just around and she does nothing. And I think that's what kind of like bugs people. Like if she was around and she was doing things, sure, but she literally does nothing. Her character, like what she does in episodes is she's loud. They arrive to the bad guy of the week. She rushes in first. She rushes in first. She gets knocked away. Towa and Setsuna come in, and now it's just a pick of who gets to land the final blow, Towa or Setsuna. If it's Towa this week, Setsuna comes in. She gets knocked off. Towa comes in with the finishing strike, or vice versa, or the both of them land the final blow, and then they go pick up Motoha at the end of the episode. If she's a snowball, if she's been knocked away, and then we have our scene in the sunset, and then we move on. We move forward. So that's essentially like that's the episode structure of almost everything. And the reason why I want to say it's episode 17. The reason why I like episode 7, I need to be concrete sure of it. The reason why I like episode 17 so much is for the reasons is that it completely went against every single thing that we knew of these girls and how they interacted with each other. It's episode 17. Episode 17, they get to the bad guy of the week, and instead of Motoha rushing in, Motoha literally goes like stealth mode. She goes stealth mode. She sneaks around. Like she's like, all right, I'm gonna catch them off guard. And Toa's the one that hints matter of fact hints Totetsu that she's behind them. And then that gets away. We get away. We get separated. We get thrown into the seal that Kontan put up. And then that's automatically a difference for her character. She gets Motoha's by herself dealing with this. It's adding on more to her character. And then when we're with Setsuna and Towa, Setsuna literally addresses that you messed up. You're the reason why this is going like this. It's not your fault because you're not from here, but damn, you need to get this together because it's your you messed up. We could have nipped this in the bud. And I was like, yes, we're moving forward. We're moving forward. Oh my goodness. And then we're literally right back to where we started. Like, it's like, that's the frustrating thing about it, because we got an episode for me where I felt the series was its best, the characters were their best, and then we're right back where we started. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. That's what's so like frustrating. Like, that's why I'm frustrated when I'm watching this episode. And I wish I said this out loud. I wish I did, because literally almost every single thing that they're trying to do now, I called in the first 10 episodes. That first episode when Riku shows up and him and Towa just sit there like they've known each other forever, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to come off as the person that needs romance in every single series. So I kept my mouth shut. Maybe I uttered it a little bit. I'd have to go back to the streams. But I'm like, dude, I can totally see these two being together if this is a ship. And I kept my mouth shut. And then sure enough, episode 21, they instantly like you've met this guy 2 times before. You met him the first time and then you met him again. So like, this episode would have been the 4th time that they've met each other, and they already like each other, and they've never even really talked. Like, it's weird. It's weird. It is weird. I wish I would have said something in that stream back then, but I didn't want to seem like the person that needs the main female character to fall in love with a guy just to show up. So that's why I didn't say anything. I wish I did, because I'm like, dude, I was like, they're gonna set this up. Little did I know Riku wouldn't show back up with these characters for like 4 or 5 episodes until the twins. So it's just like, I don't know. I wish I would have spoke up and said something. I would have felt vindicated in this episode when they start talking about liking and loving each other. It's just like, dude, you don't even know each other. And and then Towa giving away the rainbow pearl, like, she didn't even, like, that's not her character. What she did in this episode is not her character whatsoever. That is not Towa. I'm gonna give away my rainbow pearl just because you need it. Like, he just went through the issue of saying, my master is Kirin Maru. The lady that took care of me was this person. Isn't this guy here? She literally says, isn't Kirin Maru my enemy? Why are you helping me? And he's like, well, I took some time away, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna return the rainbow pearls to the original owner. And then you just give him your pearl? You just give him, like, you just give him your pearl? Didn't even think about it? No one else is vexed either. Like, they're not even worried. They asked her, you think that was a good idea? You don't think they're going to use it for evil? And she's like, oh my God. That's frustrating. Have I watched Denmachi? No, I haven't. What's going on? Oh, stepsis, you're stuck. Want me to help out? How are you? Happy Saturday. That's one. How are you? Happy Saturday. I have not watched Denmachi. It's I don't remember which stream this was, but I literally off the top of my brain came up with, in my opinions, how this would have been a better storyline. You easily could have had Towa and Tetsuna be these same exact characters, right? But they're episode 17 variants of them, because that's my favorite episode of the series. So you could have had that. You could have done all these things. In my personal opinion, Motoha should have been older. They're 14. Motoha should have at least been 19, 20, older. Like, Motoha should have been older. Like, for real. And Motoha, because Motoha holds more information than them. Motoha knows who all these people are. She knows who all these people are. She literally knows who they all are. I think Motoha knows who her parents are. She just doesn't know her parents. Like, she knows, like, Kagome and Inuyasha are my parents, but I don't know them. That's why you get that moment a couple of episodes ago when she's just like, well, I don't know them. Like she mutters it under her breath. Like when they're like talking about something, it's like, I don't know them. And we never come back to that ever again. But Motoha should have been older. Motoha should have been someone that they ran into, they learned stuff from. That could have been done much better. You could have even killed Motoha in the series, and it would have made the two girls grow as characters. You could have done so much. Honestly, like there's a lot of things in the series where it's just like, I don't understand. Like they got rid of Inuyasha and Kagome for the simple fact Inuyasha would be able to beat Kirinmaru. So they just got rid of him. That plot line's possibly going to come back because I think Shishomaru just has a plan up his sleeve. He always does. But he literally was removed from the story because he would be able to beat Kirinmaru. Hands down, easily. I don't, like, there's not a bone in my body that thinks Inuyasha loses that fight against him. I think he possibly might body bag Kirinmaru. Easily. So we need to get rid of him because he's enough. I don't know. So you could have done so much. You could have done so much with these characters. You could have done so much with these characters. I don't know what the writing team was thinking about. I don't know what the writing team was thinking about, man. I don't. I wonder where Myoga is. Myoga only shows up to provide exposition. He just shows up to give you information that is just he just shows up to give you information that none of the characters in the current scene have. At the start of the series, Towa did have a consistent personality. That's why this episode hurts the most. Like, Towa had a consistent, like, to me, the peak of Towa's character was episode 16. All the way up until the end of the episode. Like, episode 6 was, I don't think it was episode 16. Because 17 was my favorite episode, but I don't think episode 16 was that episode. Could have been 15. Whatever episode had, I forget the guy's name. The guy that burned the forest down. I'll tell you in a second. It starts with a K, though. Where's her face? I know I made her face the thumbnail. 14. Episode 14. To me was where I think Towa's character should have like derived from, because in that episode you had it to where she found out that, because Towa's whole burden is that she's the reason why her and her sister got taken away from each other. She's the reason why it happened. I let go of her hand, it's my fault. But then she comes to find out that this fire, like, someone actually said, like, this wasn't a natural fire. Someone set this forest on fire for the simple fact of separating the two girls, right? And that's the reason. So you get that episode, you get her rage, and then the rage just disappears. We have never addressed that ever again. Never addressed it. And that's, I think it's that point where her as a character, I lose it. Honestly, everyone was really digging last week. And for me, I kind of lost Setsuna's character in that episode, if I'm being honest. And Motoha's character has been lost since like episode 7. Yeah, like, Towa's super naive. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. There's so many things that are just like never addressed. Characters never say anything. Like what Truth just said, like, Riku framed her for stealing the sword. So for stealing the sword that she has. And they move on from it. He literally like grabs her by like the back of her head, stares into her eyes, and says, "Damn, the silver pearl is deeper than I thought." And she just is just looking at him like, huh, what's going on? Huh? like, like thinks nothing of it. And then he just turns off and like looking at the stars like, damn, can't take it tonight. Like thinking in his head. And she just is sitting there just like, like what? Like this, oh man. There's an idiot human brain. Nah, I'm not that. Like, it's not, it's worse than that. I'm telling you, Motoha could die and these two wouldn't care. Motoha could die and these two would not care. Setsuna and Towa would not care. They would just move on with life. They would just move on with life. No grief, nothing. Or their grief would be at the end of an episode during a sunset at her grave, and then they'll walk away. And then that's it. We move forward. We just move on. I'm telling you. At the beginning of the series, almost for 4 consecutive streams, I was so bothered how they just lied to Motoha's face, and that never gets brought up ever again. They just lied to her face, and they didn't care. Towa felt bad for a second. Setsuna didn't feel bad at all. Just lied to her face. I'll never get over that. There's so many things that have been done in this series that I just won't get over. Episode 17 was the final straw for me. I'm here to see where we end up. I'm here to see if we get a second season. Like I can't like, it's to the point now where I can't theory craft anymore. I'm past that. The story doesn't make sense for me to make sense enough for me to theory craft. I don't care what's gonna happen anymore. I'm just watching this just to see what's going on. So I don't care what Kirimaru's gonna do. I don't care that they didn't even address the fact that Riku was a doll. Totetsu literally never called Riku a doll. Not once, not ever. And as soon as Riku says, "Oh, I'm a doll," and no one addresses it, the next line is Totetsu saying, "You lifeless doll, yada." What happened to the poison? Where'd the poison go? We thought Riku was gonna be dead. Riku's like, the poison is tough. Now he's walking around fine. What's going on? I don't understand. Like, come on. It's like, what? Like my goodness. I'm just watching this show to watch it. I want to just go back and just laugh at earlier streams. Theory crafting, taking everything super serious, because the creators and the showrunners damn sure didn't take this serious enough. You actually have me laughing thinking about Towa and Setsuna feigning sadness over Motoha's dead body. They would be sad for 5 minutes. Just like Motoha was sad for 35 seconds whenever her master was killed. We got a scene of her crying, a scene at her grave, and then they walked away, and we've never mentioned it ever again. We never mentioned it again. Didn't Setsuna's Crimson Dragon Wave get a buff? We've never seen her use that again either. Her Crimson Dragon Wave got stronger from her encounter with her master, and yet and still her Crimson Dragon Wave is not strong anymore. It's the same one since before that episode. I don't know. I don't know. The animation is so inaccurate, and one scene in this episode after she gave away the Silver Pearl, her sword was smaller, but then they redrew it and the literal next frame and her sword was normal again. Which one is it? Pick, please. A doll, really now, all right. I'm here to see Inuyasha get unsealed. Now my Wi-Fi is back on. Oh no. I think I'm at the point now where Andriana and Bella had asked me, Andriana and Bella had asked me what would make me drop the series, and I'll just repeat it now. If Inuyasha and Kagome get unsealed and they fight Kirinmaru, Shishomaru, whoever it is, and don't win, and Setsuna, Towa, Moroha, the three of them, two of them, one of them, land the final blow and take out whoever is the antagonist, I'm done. I'm saying that right now. I'm totally saying that right now. I'm done. Literally, I would be done. Because there's no reason you would remove Inuyasha from the story only to bring him back and he not be effective. I'm telling you. If they did that, I would literally be done. I would be. So I'm letting you guys know now. If that happens, I'm done, because literally writing sense, it literally makes no sense to remove Inuyasha if he's not the reason why the final blow can be struck. It makes no sense. Why remove them from the story in the first place? Why? So if Inuyasha doesn't land the final blow, like, I wouldn't even be mad if the four of them, like if it's Inuyasha, Moroha, Setsuna, and Towa all attack at the same time and it leads to the destruction, I would be okay. I would be okay. But if none of the techniques that boy has works, and something that the three of them could do because they have the rainbow pearls or something, I'm done. I don't even care. I'm done. I would be done. The episode was fun because I let go. This episode was fun because I let go any sort of expectations that I had. I completely let them go. So the episode was fun. And then the ending even dipped below me not having any expectations. I let go of all my expectations, and the episode somehow, some way went lower than my expectations, and I didn't have any. Jonathan, I hope so. I hope so. Dude, Kaede was telling Towa about Rin. Kaede was telling Towa about Rin, and all Towa had to say was, "Aw, man, you don't say that," because she was like, "Do you think she's dead?" And Kaede was like, "Yo, it's been like 14 years. She may be dead." And she was like, "Oh, don't say that. That was it. Despite all the messy plot and writing, the show actually does have high ratings in Japan. How? Well, we're still watching it, so I can see why they're still watching it too. Maybe I would be okay with Inuyasha giving Moroha's Tetsaiga to fight with in the final battle, but that would invalidate everything Inuyasha went through to properly wield the blade. But you need to let that go because this is Yashahime now, so it makes total sense. It makes total sense that she would get Tetsaiga. I want to see Toa's reaction when she learns Riku's madam is Lady Zero, the person who ordered the forest fire. Hopefully it's hope. I'm just going off of what previous episodes. I hopefully it gives a better reaction and result than the first time she found out. I'll never forget. I'll never forget the way I felt. I'll never forget the way I felt during that episode. I was like hype. I was hype. I'm like, oh snap. He's the one that burned the forest down, and then she starts popping off, and I'm like, oh. And then I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm just like, why isn't she attacking? Wait, why isn't she attacking? She should be attacking. She's pissed off, isn't she? She'll be super angry for 2 minutes, and Riku will say something and she'll believe him. Yep. Right on the money. Right on the money. Right on the money. You know, it's like she forgot her sister's reincarnation exists. I don't know, man. There's been ever since, it's literally been since the beginning of the series where there's just been things that have just stuck out like a sore thumb. But we've chosen to, I chose to ignore them at the beginning of the series. It was ever, the first moment where you're just like, what's going on is when they went back to present day Japan, and Sota and the rest of the family didn't sit and explain anything about Kagome to Motoha. That was, we should have known there, right? We should have known there. But we just chose to ignore it. We just chalked it up as that was weird. Their family is weird. They are always doing some shaky stuff anyways. But we literally should have known there. We literally should have known. I'm out of here, guys. I'm getting ready for Horimiya. Horimiya is going to be like the pickup. I was hoping that Yashahime would have carried me over into Horimiya, but it's been letting me down, man. It's not carrying me the way I want it to, so I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you guys for being here. I don't want to rag this series a lot because I just don't like doing that in general about things. But man. Yeah, truth. I remember being the only person bothered by that, and everybody was trying to like make sense of it, and I'm just like, dude, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I kept saying it. I said it for like 3 streams in a row. It doesn't make sense. Like, dreams don't equal memories. I kept saying that. But then last week, guess what? She remembers everything. Happy Saturday, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you for the likes on the stream. I appreciate it. If you want to watch Horimiya, I'm going to go live in 27 minutes. So if you want to be there, I'm leaving before I get more mad. If you want to be there, swing by. If not, I'll catch you guys next Saturday. Peace out.